Hello everyone! Welcome back to Full Invasion. This is the the Rings of Lords, Lord of the Rings versus Goblins at the Siege of Osgiliath. Where brave souls are defending this fake version of a city in a fake world. In a video game. So what's cool about the Osgiliath is that there are two different spawn points for the enemies. One in the water, I guess to simulate the river crossing, I guess. And then they also spawn at the very end of the bridge. So it's pretty cool. When it works. I don't know if there's any problems with the map on the Amber Edition, but there would always eventually be problems, at least in the older editions with this map, where enemies would just kind of get stuck in the water. I think there was a problem with the bridge itself. They would just start glitching like through the bridge. I remember having a lot of problems with this map. I'm hoping that aren't still there. Ah, the infamous goat riders. I figure I should also mention that the new Game of Thrones episode is pretty good. Just putting it out there, it's pretty good. Some cool stuff happens. This I won't talk too much about it, I don't think, but they brought a character. I don't how much. Something happened to an old character. Well, we all know what that even means. And I wasn't expecting it. And I was not expecting it. I was like, wow, okay, that happened. But anyway, yeah, it was cool show. Cool show. I like this trident. I'm just really excited for next week because the preview shows we get to see the White Walker army in like a flashback or some kind of something revolving around Bran. And we haven't even seen the White Walkers at all this season, right? But also, I really like Tormund, I think his name is Tormund Giantsbane, and then Brienne of Tarth. Man, Tormund wants himself some Brienne of Tarth. He's just looking at her like this kind of creepy face. Oh my god, that was cool. It was funny. Because Brienne's just like, oh god. This man is looking at me with creepy eyes. Is this trident only two-handed? I guess it is. Thought I could use this thing one-handed. How many are left? Okay. I'll just stay over here, fight off the wave that's in the water. But yeah, Tormund Giantsbane and Brienne of Tarth. That would be a power couple. Definitely a power couple. What's taking so long? Let me get on the map. Okay. Make sure that there wasn't anyone near me. Hi. What? Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna give up on that one. Oh, and the reunion that happened in the beginning of the episode. I do gotta mention that as well. That was really cool. It was really cool when I just sat there and thought about, like, wait a minute, they haven't seen, like, actually seen each other. The characters, obviously, haven't seen each other for years. Well, has it been years? I mean, it's been years to us because of, you know, real life. How long has it been in the show? You know, I'm not actually sure how long it's been in the show since the very beginning to now. Huh. It's been a long time since they've seen each other, and that was pretty cool. So I sent off a email to Creative Assembly's PR team for a copy of Total War Warhammer, because there is a NDA that's released, I think, later this week, and I've already heard that a lot of YouTubers have gotten early copies, and it's not necessarily like the money. Like, I don't care about buying the game. It's about getting the game early, because if they don't actually give me a review copy, then, you know, I need to wait until the 24th to actually start recording. And I like to have some time to learn a game before I just jump into it. Sometimes I don't have that option, and I just need to jump in and, like, okay, well, I just got to learn as I record. And that's not necessarily the best way to record. And it really sucks because it's going to have, like, all these other channels are going to have... Actually, some of them have had it for a couple weeks. Like, I know Lionheart's had it for a couple weeks. And a few others have had it for a couple weeks. So they're going to have, like, a leg up, an advantage, because they know how to play the game. They probably have, you know, like, an entire series recorded by now, like an entire single-player campaign already. And I'm just really hoping I get my hands on it, because then I'll be able to put a poll up, see, you know, what you all want to see, and I could potentially record, like, a single-player campaign before the game is even released, and have that actually uploaded before it's released, so you can start watching all that and get pumped, get hyped for Total War Warhammer. But at the same time, I'm not really holding my breath. I've never had contact with Creative Assembly before, and from what I've heard, they aren't exactly the most open just to everybody. They have a select few that they like, and everyone else can just kind of F off, is what I've heard. I've not experienced firsthand. It's what I've heard. I hope that's not the case, but we'll see. Because I would love to be able to just put up a poll or video, just be like, here, listen, it's here, it's ready, what do you want to see? Let's get this done. Let's do some Warhammer. See, I'm really hoping for that one. And if not, well, then I just have to wait like the rest of the world. And then try to learn the game when it comes out on the 24th? Is that when it comes out? Honestly, I'm just super curious to get my hands on it early, just to let you know if it's going to be a buggy mess or not. Like, that's one of the big reasons. Because I've been saying this for months. Like, be cautious when even trying to pre-order that game. Just saying, Rome 2 was utter crap for almost a year. Okay, it was playable after a few months, but on release and for the first few months was just terrible. It was a terrible game. Buggy piece of shit. I don't know if this is going to be the same. Their marketing that they've shown shows that this isn't going to be the same, but that's marketing. Like, you can't trust that. So I just want to get my hands on it and be like, alright, everybody, listen, don't buy this game. Or be like, listen, you should buy this game. It's actually not a buggy piece of shit. It's pretty good. I'm guessing that since they pushed the Chaos as no longer just pre-order DLC, but first week free DLC. If you buy it within the first week, you get it for free anyway. I'm guessing they have some confidence in their game. Because they're like, listen, we're going to give you a chance to see the reviews first and still be able to get the Chaos faction for, you know, quote-unquote free. Quote-unquote. Should be free. Fucking... Anyway, that's a whole other thing. But that gave me a little boost of confidence. But I still want to see. I need to see for myself. If armies will just congeal into this one giant mass of bodies and do a rave party in a corner of a map for like 30 minutes straight. That's an oddly specific thing, you say? Yeah, it is. It is oddly specific. Probably because I saw it a lot in Rome 2. Especially in siege battles, I think was the worst case. Oh man. Like, my very first series, I don't know how much bugginess was in it. It was probably a lot. But it was Sparta, was my first series for Rome 2, and that was on release day is when I started. So if you want to see some buggy examples, you can pick through that series a little bit. It's like almost 90 or 100 episodes long. God, it was bad. It's a bad time. Die. Just hold down and block. This goblin is confused. Someone kill this thing. Need a bed? Oh, and like a perfect example of getting like games early so you actually know what the hell you're doing before you start recording is Stellaris. The people at Paradox were kind enough to actually give me a copy a few days before release. And that was awesome. Like, that's the ideal situation for someone who covers these games, because it, like I said, it kind of sucks when you feel kind of forced, because, listen, how the YouTube thing works is that you got to pump that stuff out day one. Day one, preferably earlier, if you want to get any kind of eyes on it, you know? That's just the business. So, in the situations where, you know, you get the game on release day, then you feel kind of forced to just dive right into it, and you don't maybe know exactly what you're doing, and the video kind of gets, it kind of hurts for it. Like, I've done that definitely in the past. I'm playing a game, a kind of a complex game, that I have no idea how to play, really, and I'm just learning as I'm going, and it doesn't make for the best videos. But at the same time, you feel like you kind of have to do it, because everyone else is going to have videos out on this thing on, you know, release day. That's just the nature of the beast, the YouTube beast. Because it's all about trying to cut down on the comments that are just saying, this is painful to watch, this is destroying my brain, things like that. You want to know what triggers me? The phrase, this is painful to watch. It's not painful to watch. It's not physically painful for you to watch. If it's physically painful for you to watch, you probably have some kind of issue relating to watching any kind of video content, and hopefully you can get that fixed somehow with surgery, because that sucks. But yeah, this is painful to watch. I fucking hate that phrase. I hate it so much. Because you're not physically pained to watch it. Ugh. It's the worst. It's the worst. You could say this is hard to watch. That's totally acceptable. Painful to watch. You're just lying. You're being over dramatic. And rude. That's like a whole other thing. These goblins are just getting massacred. Oh, there's also, you know, for any of you who care about Overwatch, there's a new Overwatch short that came out. I guess it will be yesterday by the time you see this. Well, 8 minutes long, about Hanzo and Genji's backstory, kinda. I'd say it's pretty cool if you're into Overwatch. I'm kind of into Overwatch. I plan on playing a lot of Overwatch when that comes out. I'm not sure how much traction it's going to get on the channel. That's fine. It's just, it's a game that I really enjoy playing a lot. So, in most cases, when a video or when a series doesn't really get many views on a channel, I stop playing it, you know, for good reason, because it gets to the point where it's like, well, it's not really worth your time. But, man, some games are just too fun to ignore. Like Stellaris. If that doesn't get like any views from now on, I would still at least play this series and maybe another one later, because man, I really enjoy Stellaris. There's some problems I'm finding with Stellaris as I get deeper into the game with some management stuff. As your empire grows, there are like some options you want to have that isn't in the game. Some things like army creation or fleet creation. In Europa Universalis, there is a template that you can make, and you just press a button and that template gets created. So it could be like 50 infantry or 40 cav. But instead of clicking individually, recruiting them all, you just click this template button and it works. And now that I'm getting to the point where I can build a bunch of ships at once, I want to do that. I want that template, but that's not in the game. Colonization, as your empire gets bigger and you get more races that can colonize different planets, that kind of becomes a pain, because there isn't just a list that you can bring up that says, here's all the planets in your territory that you can colonize. Here are the races that you should get to colonize because they have the highest habitability. Like, habitability. Say that fucking 5 times fast. That would be great if something like that was in the game, because I'm just sitting here for like an hour just colonizing all these planets, but I'm like, wait a minute, this is an arid planet, so is it the bird people that are good with the arid planets? Let me check, and it becomes a little bit of a hassle. So there's just some kind of ease of use things I would like in future updates for Stellaris. I know there's a lot coming. They've announced all their plans, or some plans that are going to be in the first couple patches, and it's some good stuff. But yeah, overall though, still I have a lot of fun with that game. It's fun. The AI does seem also to be a little bit passive. In my game currently, it seems like everybody is basically in their own alliances and federations, and they're all so strong that they're not really fighting each other that much. And they're not really fighting me that much. I'm by myself, me and my vassals. I'm I'm not up for the federations or the alliances. I'm like, no, you're my vassal or you're my enemy. Like, that's just how this goes. And it's been working out so far. But they seem to be very passive. There was a moment in time where some people were declaring war on me because they thought I was super weak, and they were wrong. But now there's just like these pockets of alliances, and it's just kind of in this stalemate. Not much is really happening. So I'm gonna have to declare some wars and get things started. Ah, Torbjorn. That's an Overwatch character. I've been watching, because I'm in Overwatch Withdrawal. So I've been watching some videos of other people in Overwatch Withdrawal and what they've been doing, and there's like some funny stuff. I saw this Counter-Strike video when it was just titled like, you know, you're having Overwatch Withdrawal, and it's what it is. This person picks the 6-shooter in Counter-Strike, the revolver, I don't remember what it's called. And when they like win the match, their name is McCree, which is the character in Overwatch who has a 6-shooter, and so they name themselves that in Counter-Strike, and they're just doing fucking Overwatch quotes as this person using a revolver, and I'm like, this is kind of funny. There's so many videos out there. It's such a fun game. Not everybody's on board with that. I've had some friends who are like, this game's kind of basic, and I can actually kind of see that. There's a part of my brain that's like, you know, there could be a lot more to this game. But then there's the other part of my brain that's like, hey man, this game's fun, dude. So I'm even kind of conflicted. I think there could be more maps. I think there could be more modes. I think there could be more. I'm sure more characters are coming along in the future. There's kind of a lot at release, but it does seem to be missing something. If it's more modes, it's probably it. Definitely more maps. We're gonna need more maps. But at the same time, it's just super fun to play. It's like crack. I've never had crack, but it's like my crack. Because I played that game for like 8 hours straight during the beta. 8 hours. I don't do that. I run a video game YouTube channel, and I don't play games for 8 hours straight. But like, I did with that one. Now, that may not last forever. Probably won't. Eventually, you get tired of any game that you play. But man, it's a rare occurrence where I'm on a game for like 8 hours. Although Dark Souls, I was like that as well for Dark Souls for a couple days. Because Dark Souls 3 is a really cool game. Oh man, I need to play more Dark Souls. I really need to play some more Dark Souls. I mean, at least I beat that. I beat that twice. But I kind of want to beat it on New Game Plus. That's what I'm in the middle of doing currently, is going through New Game Plus, seeing what all the new things are. And there's not many that new things in Dark Souls 3 New Game Plus. Usually you get new enemy spawns, maybe new enemy types, enemy movements, but like there doesn't seem to be any of that. You do get new rings. Well, not even new rings, they're just upgraded rings of the old ones you already have. And that's not super exciting. Anyway, Dark Souls 3 is a good game. At that troll. Alright, well I think that's gonna do it for this episode, everybody. I can't jump off the bridge. I can't jump off the... Alright, well, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for the end then. I wanted to jump off the bridge. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Take care.